What's up, buddies? What's up, guys?
I love that.
And welcome to Real Fun Times. I am Snowell.
I am the doctor.
And you are listening to episode 2 of our holly jolly Christmas experience.
Experience.
Little echo.
I've been working on it.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
What's up, girl?
Snow, I was about to ask
Oh
you.
my God.
What is up?
You go first.
Well, let's see. We had the holiday came and went.
Mm-hmm.
And just today, my sister and her husband arrived in Dubai safely.
I saw that they left.
Yeah, that was bittersweet for
sure.
For sure. But they got back. They had safe journeys.
Excellent.
I had a good week. The beginning was tough because I was back from work after having a whole week off.
Right.
That's always a toughie. But about around the middle of the week, I caught up on all that stuff. And now I'm super stoked to be here and really excited to talk about this movie. But tell me about your week.
It was fine. I had the first couple days of the week off, kind of, because I took partial week.
That?
It was nice. It was good.
Yeah.
Kind of recovering from having a couple friends over for my birthday, and
well, you have quite the festivities, don't you? How'd that go? Because you started on Thursday.
Wednesday? Tuesday, yeah. Had some friends surprise me at my favorite restaurant. Like, I knew they were going to do something, but I didn't know what, who, where. And it was incredible. I could not have had a better 40th birthday celebration. And then my friends gifted me with this amazing little, photo album and just book of all these pictures, but it was very special. I cried a bunch. I mean, so much.
As a person that was there, it was an amazing time. We went to a great place, just delicious wines and
food
champagnes.
Unreal. And
what are the things you get to snack on before the meal?
Appetizers.
Those appetizers were on point.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I was like, I gotta stop with these appetizers.
I feel like I couldn't even eat my dinner because
you didn't, but I destroyed mine.
I will
so
say,
good.
The filet was cooked so incredibly and so well. That's what I ended up getting that night. Mm-hmm. That when I took it home, the next couple days, I would just go by the fridge and take it out and bite it like an apple and put it back because it was just that juicy and it was that good cold.
Imagine.
I mean, the couple bites I had hot were that root vegetable gratin.
It was the kind of place where I didn't understand most of the menu. And so I just saw something that said Angus and I was like, I want that.
Perfect, sold.
And guys, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And it was just such a fun time. The tables were adequately spaced. They had doubled up their tables to make sure the waitstaff were lovely. Just wonderful personalities. Everyone was having a good time. It wasn't too many people, which I worried about initially.
Right. Because you know how I typically do.
Normally, it would be easily 3 times the amount of people there. But
it was like my very inner circle.
It was the core.
And, it was my core people, and it was lovely. It was amazing, and what a way to go into 40. So
hell yeah, it's going to be a wonderful year. I feel it.
I'm betting on it.
Well, that's wonderful, and I feel like that should take us right into your live watch intro.
Let's do it. Tonight's film is the 1978 movie, The Star Wars Holiday Special. According to a guy on IMDb, it is Life Day, a holiday that is celebrated on Chewbacca's home planet of Kashyyyk. Chewie and Han Solo are trying to get to the planet where Chewie's family is waiting for him, but the Empire is out searching for the rebels, giving everyone a hard time. While we are waiting, we get a look at the everyday life of a Wookiee family.
Wow!
I don't know what to do with that.
You know what we should do?
Press play.
You know what I love about that is, according to some guy on IMDb, can we explain that a little bit? What's going on there?
It's hard to find this because
so
George
hard.
Lucas has tried very hard to bury it.
I wanted to ask you about this. Is that it?
He's tried very hard to bury this.
Okay. And guys, it makes sense.
This was originally on CBS. It was only...
It sure was. I wrote 1978, CBS 20th Century Fox Television.
It was only shown one time.
Wow.
Over the years, Harrison Ford has even claimed he doesn't remember making it. It's bad.
It is not good.
So George Lucas has really tried to get this thing buried as hard as he can, but we were able to find a copy on YouTube.
Exactly right.
And so typically, whenever we watch something, there's a little blurb about it at the beginning. This time there was not. That all it had was in parentheses, nice copy.
Nice copy, which I loved. I was like, thank you. Now I feel better.
So that's kind of what we went with. So we had to just get off IMDb.
But I think they did well. You chose well, because that's a good descriptor of what's the experience we are about to embark on.
An experience it was.
So I think it's a great time to go to your cast talks now.
Well, IMDb gives the Star Wars Holiday Special a 2.1 out of 10 stars. That is based off 13,245 votes. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 27% on the tomato meter and 19% audience score, and that's based on 16,570 people.
Fair amount.
And I said last week, based off of Amazon constantly having 4.5 stars, that I was no longer going to do an Amazon rating.
That is correct. I recall that.
So I decided to go to Metacritic, who...
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I know those guys.
1.1 out of 10. That is...
Ouch.
Yeah. Let's just dive into it. Mark Hamill, voice actor extraordinaire.
Amazing. And
Luke
so
Skywalker.
many great things.
So many things. He has got 350 credits to his name on IMDb. So we're talking, as far as recurring roles and things, Elena of Avalor, Looney Tunes, Robot Chicken, Nightfall, Avengers Assemble, Mystery Science Theater 3000 The Return, The Regular Show, the voice of the Joker for 19 years.
Yep.
Adventure Time, Metalocalypse, Scooby-Doo, and then he's done a shit ton of guest appearances over the year, and all kinds of things.
And he's an awesome fucking dude.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like he's
One
super
of the
cool
best.
and funny.
Super funny. Just seems down to earth. I would love to hang out with that guy.
Oh, that would be amazing. But could you hang out with him and not just hammer him with Star Wars questions?
I would try as hard as I could. But could I succeed? Probably not.
Fair. Of the two of us, so the Doctor, like, we both really love Star Wars. But the Doctor, if you were comparing fans, she just kicks me to the curb and says, get out of here with your bullshit Star Wars fandom.
I don't know that we need to kick anyone to any curb. No lines need to be crossed. I definitely read a few of the novels when I was younger. I love that stuff. I've seen a lot of the extra stuff, like the animated series. Just really love the lore in that world. Mm-hmm. So
that's awesome.
Guess you could say I'm passionate.
That's awesome. You were probably like 11 or 10, whatever, reading that stuff, and I was reading Babysitter's Club. So like we're
a little different.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we had Harrison Ford, who plays Han Solo, the stud that is Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, the Blade Runner films, 42, What Lies Beneath, Air Force One, Sabrina, Patriot Games, Working Girl, Apocalypse Now, American Graffiti. The fact that he was a carpenter and was like, his acting career is merely by coincidence, or kind of by accident, rather.
But he's always been gruff and kind of annoyed with his fans and just the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And lately, after the last 3 sequels came out, he's changed his whole attitude. He's been way more gracious and kind and fun and just kind of into it. And that's been a fun Harrison Ford watch.
I always kind of thought, because listening to the past episodes, you may get like, I'm a complete daddy's girl. I adore my father. I mean, I love my parents. I have the best parents.
Guys, she has the best parents. I love them to fucking death. I'm constantly plotting how they can be my parents. I'm going to figure it out.
And she's got great parents. It's not even, like, she's got great parents.
Yeah, it's no slam on my own parents.
I don't know why, sometimes I get this thought in my head, Henry could kind of be like a Harrison Ford type, and I always kind of felt that he would have that gruffness because he would just be so anti-celebrity. Anywho, Carrie Fisher is playing Princess Leia.
She's playing something.
We'll get into that later. Obviously, all the Star Wars films, a ton of voice work. Did you ever see her?
I love Carrie Fisher. She got a bad rap for, being a little wild and a little out there and doing a lot of drugs. But you know what? She danced to the beat of her own drummer.
Did you ever see her one-woman special, Wishful Drinking?
I did not.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I've seen it multiple times. I'm such a huge fan of hers. Like, everybody knows who she is, obviously. But I feel like her career, she had the lowest amount of credits to her name at the time when she passed.
That's right.
But man, what a presence.
Oh, man. Talk about hanging out with someone for the day. I don't think I could. I don't think I have the balls to hang out with Princess Leia. She could pardon me under the table
was a bad
in
bitch.
a second. Yeah. And
I feel like
you could withstand if it was a drinking situation.
If it was a drinking situation, I could probably. Anything else?
But that's it.
But she did a ton of voice work over the years. TV shows such as 30 Rock.
Wasn't she also a novelist or writer,
yes.
author, something?
Mm-hmm. Appearances on 30 Rock, Weeds, Entourage, Big Bang Theory, Sex and the City, tons of stuff. Sometimes herself, sometimes not. I feel like her art of self-deprecation.
Wonderful.
I mean, she was...
God. Like the best.
She was... I mean, I hate that she's no longer with us.
A huge loss.
Yeah, completely. It's fun watching her daughter, Billie Lourd.
It is fun.
And seeing those little
I can see
those little bits.
That.
Yeah. And when it comes out, you're like, there it is.
They're
and
fun.
Yeah, and she's such I feel like a great actress in her own right.
I think
for
so.
sure. James Earl Jones, who has a really minute, pointless role in this show. Darth Vader.
He could have not been there. It could have been just clips from the movies. And we wouldn't have known.
But, I mean, my God, like, James Earl Jones, what is there? I mean, the man, the myth, the legend.
Everything. Everything and anything, and wow, it's just, it keeps going. He's still doing stuff to this day.
When he does a voice, from that moment on, no one else could do that voice.
Legend. That voice is one of a kind. Almost, I would say, in the same category of Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Not the deepness, but in the uniqueness of know that sound.
100%. There's no mistaking whose voice that is.
Right.
Mufasa and both the Lion Kings, The Angriest Man in Brooklyn, Jack and the Beanstalk, he actually played the giant, Coming to America, which is one of my probably top 10 favorite movies of all time, and then a ton of guest appearances in TV shows. I did not realize he was the narrator on Third Rock from the Sun for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. I did not realize that.
I did not.
I was never that. I was young.
I was a big fan of that show.
And I watched it, but I would love to rewatch it because I haven't seen it in 20 years.
It's great. It totally holds up. Brilliant performances.
John Lithgow is everything.
Oh, he's wonderful to this day.
Yeah. Let's talk about some fringe people in the Star Wars Holiday Special. We had B. Arthur.
Oh my goodness, did we ever.
The wench of the cantina.
The tavern wench. Mm-hmm.
Maude, Golden Girls.
Huge fucking fan of the Golden Girls. God damn it, it's so good.
Golden Girls is amazing.
Oh my God.
Holds up.
Had seen it when I was younger,
right.
Here and there. But recently, as an adult, like I'm talking 2 years ago, maybe 3, I went through the whole series. Oh, wow. I was astounded by the quality of the writing and how brilliant that
and how ahead of their time they were.
Eons ahead of their time.
Yep.
And they were all so good in their own
so
way.
Good.
It was, oh man, what an experience. That's one I need to go back to. That's to me,
I need to rewatch that.
Of like Schitt's Creek, fucking Office.
Parks and Rec.
It's part of the greats, and it was a shitload.
Cheers.
Go.
Yeah.
Like,
I have those are probably some of my favorite Funko Pops that I have. I got them for Christmas a couple years ago.
Your Funko Pop collection.
I can't help myself.
No, I'm in awe.
Actually, for my birthday, speaking of Schitt's Creek, the doctor...
You don't have to.
No, let me talk. The doctor got me David Rose, a Funko Pop, and I was so excited because I did not have him. Yeah, he's now a very prominent part of my collection, and I love him. Thank you so much, Doctor.
It was a pleasure.
We had Art Carney, who I don't even know what his name was in this stupid thing. I just put him as Shopkeep.
Oh yeah, that guy. He does several roles.
Yes.
several memorable roles.
God, I can't.
We'll definitely get there. We mean it this time.
Yeah,
guys.
we actually mean it. We'll talk
get
about
there.
it. Last action hero, Firestarter, Muppets Take Manhattan. He was actually in the video for Say, 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 which is probably my favorite Michael Jackson song. It's him and Paul McCartney, but... and then I just wanted, because I love the name of this movie, Take This Job and Shove It. I was like, I feel that, sister.
Oh, boy. Her day.
And then the last person I want to talk about was Diane Carroll. Do you know what they billed her as in this fucking movie?
No.
Mermaid holographic wow.
Well, I can't say that's wrong. To be completely honest with you.
You're right.
We said all of those words.
You're right. I put her as Itchy Fantasy.
You guys.
Diane Carroll is a gift. Okay, because honestly,
wonderful. But no doubt.
Do you know she's a Tony and Golden Globe award winner?
Get out of here. How did they get her to do this?
How did they get any... Think about the amazing talents that were in this thing.
I just assumed that the Star Wars folks were under contract and they had no way around it.
That's exactly what happened, actually.
Tell me more.
They were all like, this script sucks. We're not doing this. And George Lucas made a plea with them, even though Lucas didn't have a whole lot to do with this, because they were doing Empire Strikes Back. And he was kind of like loosely attached, didn't like really write anything. The only thing he had anything to do with, he created Life Day. That was his idea.
Okay, that sounds like a George fucking Lucas thing.
And that he wanted it to take place on Kashyyyk. That
was my assumption, is that nobody wanted to be a part of this, and substances were consumed during the filming.
Which you'll hear us talk about. I feel like because they thought this was going to be such a big thing, because they were just riding on, and they had a whole...
they were riding a huge wave.
They had a whole retail situation planned for this. So much marketing, so many action figures, and because it was such a major flop and fail, it just all got scrapped. But so Diane Carroll, I'm so impressed because I knew when I saw her, I was like, I know that face, I know her, and then I was like, oh my god, Diane Carroll. She recently, she died a couple years ago, or maybe last year, I think. Grey's Anatomy, White Collar. She was the titular character on a show named Julia.
Honest.
I never watched that.
So handsome.
Oh, Matt Bomer, yeah, he's gorgeous.
My goodness, I cannot.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Disney's Tarzan, Lonesome Dove, Different World, Dynasty, and then she was in Porgy and Bess, and I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I mean, she just had such a spectacular career.
Absolutely,
and then
sounds great.
Again, just to have this horrible. Again, everybody had a horrible role.
Although her part in it was
memorable at best. I mean,
at worst, memorable. A big fan.
So that there concludes my hour and a half long cast talk.
My God, that was wonderful. I loved every moment. We've got to hurry on because there's so much to cover.
So much to cover.
In fact, let's go into our first live watch clip, and we're calling this one Great Cast, Terrible Makeup. The cast is introduced kind of one by one, right? Mm-hmm. Little picture of they're doing this person's doing that.
Right.
We're brought right into the action. Han and Chewie, they're in the Falcon and invading the Empire. Chewie's all bummed out. He's kind of pissy because he's got to get back home for Life Day. This thing gets introduced.
And
right
Han's
away.
like, "We're gonna get you there. Like, it's fine."
And then suddenly we go back to what's clearly a cartoon of some woods. It's Kashyyyk, and we meet Chewie's family.
Oh my god!
Wow! What? They're demons.
Itchy. Lumpy or fluffy?
What? My mind is exploding right now.
Oh,
is it a musical?
What? What?
Oh my god!
I don't know what to do with any of this right now.
Gold! I'm so stoked!
Is this?
That's Kashyyyk. They live in trees.
The Doctor is a bigger fan than I.
I know a lot about Star Wars. I didn't know about this specifically.
Is this a sitcom?
Is that Lumpy?
Is it Lumpy or Fluffy?
Grandpa doesn't give a shit about Lumpy.
This intro Uh,
I mean, you could tell an immediate drop of quality. As soon as we got the opening frame, I was like, whoa.
yeah, your reaction was really funny. The fact that they are going to name Chewie's father and his son such asinine things. And I know it's some dumbass that thinks they're being cute. You're not. You're appealing to the family. It's the 70s. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Not only were the names terrible, the makeup, the outfits for these Wookiees, all three of them were jacked.
Awful.
When you compare them to Chewie, it's like,
the dollar store version.
What happened to you guys?
It's
amazing. And I know they're limited. For a while, I didn't realize this was a made-for-TV movie. It became very clear later.
Yes.
Yeah. Right away, we jump into this, like you said, sitcom. But what's interesting about this sitcom is they're using a language we don't understand.
And no subtitles.
No indication.
You don't have a human being like, "You're silly. Don't say that." Like, I know you're frustrated. Calm down.
Right.
He'll take out the trash
or
soon.
Or a droid or any type of anything. They're just grunting back and forth.
I can't.
And oh man, yeah. Basically, that's going to take us to our next live watch.
4 5 years. That's how long it lasted.
It was a while. I think I even said in the live watch, I would have been fine with the first 5 minutes of this.
Yeah,
fine. It was all of it. And that's going to take us to our next live watch clip. We're calling this one All in the Family. And there's no intro needed.
No, there's not.
Go do your chores. It's weird she's wearing a dress.
You took the words out of my mouth. But her ass is hanging out.
It's an apron. It's an apron.
Oh. What? I'm surprised she needs an apron.
Wow.
These special effects are mind-blowing.
They're blowing my mind. I can't handle it.
Watch out, Lumpy Fluffy.
Lumpy Fluffy. This is a terrible game. Well, I guess they live in the trees, so they're probably used to...
But are they like monkeys? They can be able to like hold on to shit?
Oh, he's sweet to the daughter-in-law.
I could be wrong.
We don't know yet.
Yeah. How are we to know?
Is that carpet? What the fuck is that?
I think it's carpet.
Why would they have carpet?
I feel like it was AstroTurf.
First of all, it was Chewie's father.
Yes.
That was made abundantly clear minute 1.
When they said, Chewie's father, Itchy.
And I completely missed it and kept bringing it up for the entire movie. Just sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys, or sorry, Snowy. I know.
All of you. I ask your pardon.
I kid.
Someone's in a typical role, right?
Yes.
The kid's a typical kid.
Just being annoying as fuck.
Being an asshole, wanting to do his own thing. The grandpa's an asshole and wants to do his own thing.
Yeah, he's trying to like whittle an airplane or something.
He's super obsessed with a toy airplane. I don't know what he's about. He looks so fucked up.
He's got an underbite like a motherfucker.
He's like a predator. You know when Predator unshields his fucking thing?
That's hilarious. I'd love to do some research and see if they got any inspiration.
We're out of time for research, but boy.
For future, for my own personal knowledge.
Oh, we should do like Snowy's facts or something after the facts.
So, we're hanging out with them. What is it, 15, 20 minutes of them literally just speaking Wookiee to one another?
It's so long.
We're like, wow, this is going to continue to go. Oh,
like
this is still going.
Torture.
Okay, great. Oh, no, it's still happening. It's terrible.
Yeah, and that's going to take us to our next live watch clip. We're calling this one Lumpy is Rosemary's Baby. Now, before we go to that clip, we should clarify, it took a while before you believed it was Lumpy.
I really thought it was Fluffy. It's my bad.
I just love that every once in a while you're going to hear Lumpy and or Fluffy. Or Lumpy Fluffy.
Maybe it's his middle name. We don't know.
Lumpy Fluffy. I will tell you, even though I have maybe a couple more Star Wars knowledge facts, Snowy's Chewbacca is on point. I just sound like I am choking. But I'll save you guys from that terrible experience. Grandpa Itchy gifts Lumpy with some interesting circus holograms. Do you recall?
Oh, I do. Because he's got like a tape in his hand. And
that's right. The decor of this Wookiee home is very human.
Yeah. It's very, like, I mean, obviously 70s, but just, there's nothing.
Now, on the opposite end, lots of innovative tech that we are currently using to this day. I made note of that. Like, that was fucking rad.
I love a cassette tape.
They had tapes, which is out now, but still. They had laptops,
like FaceTime,
Bluetooths, holograms, like
being able to track people.
YouTube.
Yeah, they had YouTube. God, I can't wait for the YouTube clip.
Dude.
I love YouTube, guys.
All right, we should go on to this clip.
I don't like the way he's looking at her.
I'm speechless right now.
They're double cartwheeling.
He's demonic. Lumpy Fluffy is like
a little psycho.
He's a demon spawn. Chewbacca birthed the Antichrist. I feel like he's going to eat them any minute. I guess they're holograms.
Yeah.
I guess? Are they?
Yeah, I would assume they're holograms, yeah. So that guy's partly see-through.
And giant. But these little guys seem to be, like, solid.
But they have, like, a glow? They kind of remind me of the things in Labyrinth.
A little bit.
They take off their heads. That's a good song they sang.
This is a long sequence. Yeah. I'd be fine if they finished it.
Roll credits. He loved it.
Yeah, big fan.
So, I did not say this during the live watch. I thought it in my head multiple times. I was like, look at this, like, Cirque du Soleil, like...
Oh, so many times I thought that.
Guess what? Those people later formed Cirque du Soleil.
Get the fuck out of here. No way! My God!
Yeah.
I love that so
When I found that
much.
out, I was like so excited, and then I realized I didn't say it during the live watch because I literally, in my head, I'm like, these Cirque du Soleil looking motherfuckers.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put it in my notes. You know why I didn't? I don't know how to spell it.
I appreciate your honesty.
Amazing. So, let's talk a little bit about this cassette hologram. Lumpy was all about it.
Lumpy was losing his mind. And I know I'll post this on social media, but Lumpy's the face of, and you aren't the meme queen like I am.
I am not.
But there are so many memes with Lumpy's face, and I
no
always
clue.
thought that it was just a joke.
I had no clue. That's full circle for you.
Indeed it is. Can't wait to post it.
I can't wait for your social medias then. That's going to be a good time. And that's going to take us to our next live watch clip. We're calling this one, I Love Lukey. Now, what's happening here?
So, Mala and Itchy. Mala is Chewie's wife. I don't know if
When you say stuff like Mala and Itchy, I feel like I'm in an insane asylum.
That's what the writers of this should be.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Mala and Itchy, they go into like a cabinet, and they press some buttons, and there's a little tiny TV, and boop, all of a sudden you see Luke Skywalker and R2-D2, and they're working on like a big gun?
Something. Basically, Mala is desperate to have Chewie home.
She's like, where my man at, though?
She's been on high alert, high anxiety this whole time that we've seen them.
Yeah.
The grandpa's been whatever, the kid's been whatever.
Very comforting towards Mala, though.
But she's like, where's my man?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they go and they're asking Luke and R2.
And he's like, let me talk to Chewie. And then they're like, Meh.
Actually, the problem is we don't know where that bitch at.
Thank you for the translation.
Do you know? That's a doctor translation. Very similar to a Snowy translation. I think you're rubbing off on me.
I love it.
Oh, man.
And then I can't help but notice some things about Mr. Skywalker.
We should let the clip do that talking.
I think we should.
He looks weird.
You don't know where he
Like,
is.
his eyes, though, they're very smoky and sultry right now.
Well,
Like, he kind of looks like a beautiful lady. Like, I'm kind of into it. If he had that Johnny Rose hair, like, he'd actually kind of be a lady I'd be interested in. I see you, young Mark Hamill. Like, like, you don't have to wear a dress or anything. Like,
He does look a lot like a lady here.
and like, he's a handsome man.
I've never looked at him before and thought, what a beautiful lady. Until
Not till
this
now.
moment.
Come on, Ma, let's see a little smile.
Talk me into a lot with those eyes. Stop it.
That's better. Try to enjoy your life day.
Gotta hope Jefferson Starship comes out right about now, amidst all the smoke.
What a weird... Everything is weird. Just like AOL.
Right?
You've got mail.
I need to use the phone! Mark Hamill, this moment,
What a beaut.
was such a beautiful lady.
My God.
And for some reason, they gave him kind of a smoky eye.
Kind of smoky?
It was a smoky. I would have.
It was a forest fire.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
We didn't, though. And we
No.
loved it.
I loved it. It honestly, not what I was anticipating when I saw Mark Hamill.
And that's going to take us to our next live watch clip. And we're calling this one Whip. That's a note to Snowy. Stir. Whipster. What the fuck is that?
So, post talking to Luke, Mala's like, I guess I'll make some dinner. I guess I'll throw something together. And she decides to watch a YouTube channel with this.
Now, you're right, but right before that, she decides to check in with that local store merchant. This is the
that's
first
right.
time we meet this guy.
That's right.
He makes many appearances throughout the film.
So many.
But basically, he's a local shopkeeper, and an Imperial trooper's there, and he's trying to distract him or whatever. Fucking Mala calls, and he's all talking in code. What's the code? What's the...
He says something to the effect of, like, that shaggy carpet you ordered is on its way. And then
Don't worry, it's coming through hand solo.
No, he said something about, like, somebody made it by hand or did it by hand, like, solo, if you will. And it's like, we
atrocious.
got it, buddy.
It was atrocious.
It was bad.
This guy was over the top, but in a great way, you know? He gave so much in this film. This is just one, probably the lowest character, the least I liked. The one I like most is the one we're talking about now, the Whipster. It's YouTube.
I'll probably watch that show.
You definitely would be watching this. Pantaloin, hilarious.
Well, it's definitely a dude.
It is fabulous, and I love everything about it. I love that. Cruella / old evil queen.
What kind of innuendo was that? Piquancy?
Piquancy.
Oh. That's what I do when I cook. I look for that touch of piquancy.
Do you also extract it from your bosom where it is in a vial?
Why do you think my food tastes so good?
Snowy's secret ingredient. Oh, whip it while you stir.
Stir, whip, 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 stir.
I would 100% subscribe to this channel.
Whip, stir, whip, whip.
Me drunk at night in my bed, just being like, whip, stir. What's that crazy old bitch make tonight?
Whip, stir. Whip, whippity whip.
His hair's coming down.
He's whipping and stirring much too vigorously.
That just sounds...
Oh my god, it's insane! I've lost my mind. Beat,
Like,
whip,
who
whip,
wrote
stir,
this and was
beat,
like,
whip,
we have
whip, stir, beat,
we have a
beat,
masterpiece
whip,
on our
whip,
hands.
whip. We've had 3 minutes of this. Should we really add the beating part? Add more parts! Everyone's on drugs.
They were on
Everyone's
so
on
many drugs. That's the only way they got anyone to do
Whip,
this.
stir, beat, whip, stir, stir. I'm gonna sing that in my nightmares.
First of all, I just want to say, I love YouTube. I watch far too much of it. I watch ridiculous things. I would 100% watch this channel. And that was old boy. That was Shopkeep dressed up.
It was
Okay, and here's the
Shopkeep.
thing. And a couple times I said he. First of all, it was clearly a man dressed as a woman for laughs. So this was the most entertaining.
Wow. She was on point.
Wookie Mala trying to keep up with
Couldn't.
old girl.
Although she did have 4 arms.
They came out of nowhere.
It's a tough act to follow.
Indeed. I mean, she's getting into it. She's
So
whipping.
passionate.
She's stirring. She's beating. Her hair's coming down. She can't.
There's no containing.
Her enthusiasm for cooking.
Yes, absolutely.
And Mala's just trying to keep up.
I'm not a big YouTube person. I don't do a lot of YouTubing, but my goodness, if you were watching this, I don't think I could look away.
How could you? So you could barely look away when I showed you June from Delish.
Love her.
Oh, how could you not? She's amazing. Amazing.
I'm really hungry just thinking about it. And that's going to take us to our next one. Boy, oh boy, Snowy, this one's something else. We're calling this one Grandpa Itchy Gets a Porno. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here?
Shopkeep has shown up at the Wookiee estate.
Full of gifts, almost like Santa.
Yes.
Everyone gets something.
And he pretty much tells Itchy, he's like, he sets him up in this chair that almost looks like one of those, like, old school hair drying chairs in a salon.
Absolutely.
And he's like, you're going to thank me for this.
You're going to love this.
No
and
big
already we were like,
what's going to happen?
We're not loving this energy.
We were suspects.
We're not loving this energy.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Exactly.
But who's always suspicious? That
we
would
are
be
suspicious.
us.
And we were rightfully sus because what happens?
It's not something I can describe.
You were without words. Yes.
Itchy, I know what you'd like. To insert this proton pack. Now then, Itchy, I thought you might like this. One of those, it's kind of hard to explain. It's a, wow. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you
it
mean,
means.
mister. I don't know what you mean. What the fuck is that? Why is he being weird?
He's being super weird.
What's he gonna watch? Are we gonna have to watch it?
I think so.
Part's a little trippy. I could dig this. I don't love the music. I'm getting weird vibes off the music.
I've been getting weird vibes off this whole movie.
I have a lot of anxiety.
Is this going to be like a disco moment?
Is this porno?
Maybe. Wookie porn? Ooh. I imagine that to be very violent.
Is that why he was being so weird? Oh my god! I have no words to explain.
What is going on right now?
Human ladies are... What?
I can feel my creation!
Oh my god!
Just relax. Just relax. Yeah. We can have a good time.
Holy shit!
I did not
Holy
expect this
shit!
at all!
Oh my
I'll tell you a secret.
god! Noelle, this is
I don't need to ask.
unreal.
You see,
Experience! Oh my god!
this is our moment together in time.
Oh my god!
We'll turn this moment into
This is so
We'll
fucked
turn
up.
this moment into an eternity?
Is she a mermaid? What's going on?
Is she gonna sing?
This is so fucking weird. I feel weird watching his porno.
Like, Grandpa
This is-
Itchy's fucking...
we could only infinitely
I can't. I can't.
that I could live my life
I don't think my jaw will ever close. Is he sitting there with a giant boner in the middle of the living room?
He is jerking it so furiously. He's double fucking fisting that
Ew.
thing. That's why they call him Itchy.
I'm gonna throw up. Beautiful voice, though.
Wonderful. What a talent. And beautiful.
Yeah.
And
I get why she's his fantasy, but like...
it all makes sense, but I don't need to see this. I feel I'm intruding in someone's most... Oh, God. I'm embarrassed.
Glitch.
I can't. This feels like a very private moment. I need to consume much more alcohol.
God, stop doing that. Ugh.
It's a long song. I tell you, she wrote many verses.
We sit here in 15 minutes, the bitch is still gonna be singing.
They're weird.
It's kind of a fun dress, though.
They're a weird tail dress.
Oh, I kinda like it.
It's 15 extra feet.
I mean, it's the 70s. What are you gonna do?
It's not a practical cape. That's all I'm saying. I need my
As far
cape
as
to
capes,
be more
though.
practical. Oh shit! She's singing with herself.
Harmonizing with herself.
She's probably into that.
When I'm up here, you need to be down here.
This must have hit the top of the charts.
Top of the pops.
This minute now. Oh,
Oh, it keeps getting close, I feel like. I did not know what to expect.
Never imagined in my wildest dreams.
I never.
Children saw this. What the fuck, Snowy?
That was. It was Wookie porn, is what it was.
Do you think?
Disguised as Diane Carroll. Like
No. There was no disguise.
That's fair. It's fair.
It was purposeful.
Are you ready for a real fun fact?
What do you got?
Cher was offered that role.
Oh my god, so juicy.
Shut it down.
Mistakes
Mistakes were made.
My god.
It was pretty much, shopkeep was like, hey, I got some porn for you, old man. Enjoy. Middle of the living room, sets it up, and there's no way he was not beating it during that.
You know what's shocking? It's not only the fact that they decided this would be a great part to include into this family film. I think it's a family film.
I think it is.
And they were like, you know what we need here? A porn scene. Let's make it more uncomfortable.
For the old gray
Let's make
Wookie.
it more uncomfortable. Let's make it for Grandpa. That's not uncomfortable enough. Let's put it in the middle of the living room. Not uncomfortable enough. Let's make it 30 minutes of the film. Like, fuck my life. Why?
It was gross. It was repugnant. And I understand they were trying to throw people in where they could. They were excited they got these people.
Is that what was happening? Because, you're being very generous.
No, I'm going from like what I think like production writers like
Sure.
mindset is
Sure.
okay, well we've got Diane Carroll, we've got whoever.
What can she do? What
great,
can
she's going to be a Wookiee fantasy racist.
Poor thing. What a disservice, because she was wonderful.
Yeah, she's like such a talent, and it
didn't deserve this.
No.
I'll fucking tell you that fucking much.
No. And I don't think, honestly, I will ever see any of her remarkable works ever again and not picture her in this.
Oh my goodness. We should probably go to the next live watch clip.
Do we have to?
I think we need to.
All right.
If I have to think one more moment, it was hard enough that first time. The second time, I'm not gonna lie, there was some fast forwarding involved. I was like, not today.
You fast forwarded, I just couldn't do it. I just turned it off.
Today, Satan. Not today. In our next live watch clip, we're calling this one, "This concert sewing machine fucking rocks." I'm not gonna lie, this may be my favorite part of the goddamn film.
100% was your favorite part.
Now, for those of you that don't know me, which is most of you,
The vast majority.
I enjoy a live concert. And that's probably a thing I will do until my little old bones can't do it any longer.
In a wheelchair.
Absolutely, fucking with my walking stick, flinging
Beating
it around.
kids away
Get
from
out
you.
of my
like, yeah.
get off my lawn.
Yeah.
But So what's going on here is Leia and C-3PO, they call Mala. And they're like, hey, can you put Chewie or Han on? She's like, dude.
It's pretty much what she says. I feel like in quote. Is that right?
That is, it couldn't be more accurate. You guys, I wish this was a recording. I don't love to record myself a lot, which is why we only do this in an audio format. But that time, you guys, I wish. You missed out. Absolutely, what Snowy just said. Leia finds out they're still missing. And who shows up at the fucking Wookiee estate?
Imperial Guards.
Absolutely. The store merchant, he uses one of his gadgets as a distraction. Some tempers flare between the troopers and the Wookiees.
And it's the gift that he gave Mala. He was like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna tempt you with this." I thought it was a sewing machine.
You sure did. I didn't know what the fuck it was. It turned out to be the best fucking thing. Is this the movie yet?
This is the movie. No. This is Jefferson Starship.
How did we get here?
The guy in the black outfit's looking at this.
I completely missed. That's what's
Looking
in the
a
suitcase.
little like Bradley Cooper.
That's what's in a little bit. That's dope. I would buy that machine 100 times. I would spend whatever it costs to be able to see my favorite band fucking playing anytime I goddamn open it, and it's my personal concert. I'm digging this. This is good.
That's part of the movie so far.
100%.
I like his pink glowy mics.
So cool. Very phallic.
Indeed.
I like his little flair, that drummer. Uh-oh. Tight pants back then. So tight.
So tight. Everybody. The tightest.
Like, damagingly tight.
I'm surprised they were able to have kids.
Ever. I don't know how we didn't become extinct.
Right?
Oh, it's a talking song. Tells a story. Fucking sing the song.
Yeah.
I can only abide that with Guess Who.
Fish.
Uh-oh. He's jamming the shit out of that.
Yeah, if this is like 25 minutes longer, you'd probably like it, because it'd be like a
I
Fish
would
concert.
like it. If he's gonna play like that, I'm down. Oh my god, so down! Loved this fucking part of the movie.
I'm so glad that you did. You were like, if I could watch my live, you'd have been so excited.
That machine is the best.
It is. It's
Whatever
pretty
the
cool.
amount of money is,
Take it.
I'll give it. Put me on a payment plan for the rest of my life. I'll
In the
give
corner
blood.
working.
I might give an eye.
Oh.
But not my ears, because then I
You
can hear
can't.
it. Well, that's dumb.
You can't.
What kind of an idiot? What did you feel about this jam?
I mean, I liked it.
Could
It
you
was,
get down to it?
I could. Like, I was into
Could you
it.
see that live
I could
for
see that.
3 hours?
No. No, I couldn't go to a Fish concert, Drea. If that's what you're asking. Nope, I sure couldn't.
Just curious minds were inquiring is all.
It was pretty cool though, and I actually
sell that extra ticket. No worries here.
I love Jefferson Starship.
They amazed me. There's a part you guys aren't going to hear, but it was basically me questioning Noelle like we were in a fucking in the middle of a cop precinct. Who are these guys? Where were they?
These are their songs. And this one, and this hit, and that one, and then everyone I said like,
And I was like, no,
honestly,
impossible.
she probably cut it out to save you from my awful singing voice.
No, what? We just didn't have enough time. There's so much here.
I appreciate it. I don't need people to be like, 1 star, that bitch can't sing.
That would have been due to you.
I'm
That
tone
would have been the
deaf.
doctor.
Just like my dad, I am tone deaf as fuck. They have so many great hits spanning from the 60s through the 80s, and then honestly this
many
fun little nugget.
different sounds when you were telling me all the different things.
They
but
really
this
evolved.
Particular song and the fact that it was even in here at all. I remember we were in the midst of a conversation when we came back from a commercial, and this started happening, and I said, is this even the movie? And
I was like, dude, yes.
Absolutely, it's the movie. And I was like, no, for like 10 minutes. And then when you were rattling off their hits, I was like, there's no way the same people that did that to this.
Yeah.
I would pay hundreds of dollars to go to see these dudes live. That was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So the troopers, they're checking out the house, and Lumpy, he starts checking out a cartoon, which the doctor super enjoyed. Do you recall?
Oh, I very much recall.
Oh, this fucking cartoon, you guys, it comes out of nowhere. So Lumpy, he gets his little Bluetooth machine. He's got
And puts on his little headphones,
Because
His little beats.
at this point, the troopers are taking 3 days to search this goddamn house for whatever they're looking for.
Yeah.
It's taking forever. He starts watching this fucking awesome cartoon, and I don't know what's going on. Still,
And it's weird because it's like...
Is this a cartoon that's like...
reality?
Just a cartoon? Did this happen?
I think it happened. And it's the first time that we ever will meet Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Now, you will hear me saying Baba a lot. I don't know why I say it that way, but it is my first instinct. It may be because I'm not from this country.
It could be. You don't speak the language.
It's foreign to the tongue.
Yeah. So, that was Boba Fett's... I said Boba Fett. Jesus. It's your fault. It's Boba Fett's big screen debut. So, we keep talking about the Imperial Guards. So, the initial idea for this movie, special, whatever, was that Raquel Welch, the goddess that is
love
Raquel Welch, was supposed to be...
right?
She was supposed to be an Imperial trooper.
Get out of here.
She was going to be the first female Imperial trooper.
Oh, I love that.
So Raquel Welch was going to, as an Imperial trooper, was going to get aboard the ship that had all this Life Day shit. And R2-D2 and C-3PO were going to be on it because like Luke had put them there to like protect the ship. What like those bitches can do anything really.
Of course.
It was going to go missing, and then there was going to be drama, and then Lumpy was going to go missing, and then Chewbacca like had to find him, and that was the initial plan, and then it got rewritten 75 times, and we ended up with this hot mess.
I am infinitely more confused. You're telling me that this was made purposely? That there was a vision for this cartoon in the middle of this non-cartoon film?
Rather than... So Lumpy like sees like what he sees, but he was supposed to have been like missing.
Somewhere, Lumpy disappears.
Right.
And then this happens?
Rather than the Imperial Guards be at their house, yes, it's Raquel Welch, and she's
I would have
commandeered a ship.
Loved to have seen that version. Loved it.
Anything with Raquel Welch.
She's phenomenal. And what's going on is Lumpy, he decides to go assemble his new toy that Shopkeep had. Do we have a name for Shopkeep?
I couldn't. No, we're calling him Shopkeep. I don't care.
Movie twice,
I don't
and
care.
I couldn't get a name for Shopkeep.
It's like Son Don or something.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Maul is hanging out with the troopers, but on all the televisions of all the lands, I guess this fucking soap opera comes on at a certain time and a certain hour to warn you of the bad things that could become if you were like Tatooine. It was
super weird.
Promotional cautionary
Like
tale.
the cantina had a contract.
And
it was a CBS special.
Rachel Snowell ran the cantina.
Dorothy herself be Arthur.
Peep goddamn Arthur shows up here.
With like a super high bouffant and then this fantastic side ponytail situation.
I loved everything she had going on, but unfortunato for our dear heroine, she's being harassed by a goddamn weirdo.
She is.
Let's talk a little bit about Volcano Head.
There's this guy who apparently is like rock hard for B. Arthur's character, and he comes in and he's
head over goddamn heels.
He's got a hood on at first, takes it off, he's got a volcano head. And
when we say that, it sounds moronic, but what's happening is there's a hole in his head, and what does he do to the hole? He pours his drinks in it!
And it grosses us.
It freaks
so gross
out, particularly me.
Yeah, like you had a big problem with it. Like
I had a visceral reaction.
You did.
To that shit. I did not care for it. At first, it was one glass, then the whole goddamn pitcher.
The whole pitcher, and
when you were like, "If I were to caress his hand, would he explode?" I was like, "No." Terrible. Terrible! We didn't play this, but...
No, we're not going to play this. But
what happens here?
There's an Imperial Guard warning that goes out and says, everything must lock down at 10 o'clock.
That's right.
Does that sound familiar?
They decide it's time to crack down in Tatooine.
And then...
And as Star Wars fans, we know...
Of all places to crack down...
Not Tatooine. You
And-
goddamn fools.
and then nobody's listening.
And this poor fucking B. Arthur bar wench, she's like, guys,
Like, come on, let's do this.
the rules just came across the pipe. We
have
shut
to do this.
it down.
And then nobody's leaving. People are coming in. And then she decides to, keep it open. And then she sings this song.
She's like begging for them to close down. She's like, all right, we'll do one more round.
And then she says, it's on me. And me, as a long-time food and beverage connoisseur of the food and beverage industry, I was like, fuck that. I would have cut the lights on, told you to get out. I would have taken brooms.
At one point,
I couldn't.
Snowy said, I will spray them in the face with a hose.
That's the kind of food and beverage person I am. I'm that bitchy bartender you love.
But wait, you guys, they were being obnoxiously rude. Don't get it twisted like she just jumped in with the hose, ready to go.
That's not my go-to move.
This B. Arthur had been begging for 15 minutes for these fucking patrons to get their shit together.
Then she has to sing and do a line dance out.
She sings words, which they do this a lot, and I hate it. Make it be known. They put words to the Cantina song, and they're not fucking great words.
No, it was bad.
Don't do that.
No, don't
composed fucking.
Don't bastardize the song.
No need. Make your own.
Yeah.
Don't do it at all.
Yeah, and then she gets them out, and then it's done, and it's just it's
and
a weird.
who shows up back at the very end?
Oh, Volcano Head behind the bar and has more flowers for her. And I was like, she's going to die tonight.
She falls for it. You absolutely said that. I laughed until I almost passed out. But, guys.
What happens next?
That's going to take us to the next live watch clip. We're calling this one Chewie's Homecoming is a Little Frigid. Lumpy, he finally assembles his toy. Now, we're not going to cover this, but the assembly instructions.
It's stupid. It's not funny. It is moronic. It is hard to watch.
Oh, painful, and it's long.
It's like everything. It is 75% too long.
Absolutely. They took a glimmer of what have been a good idea,
right,
and then fucking smashed
and ruined it
to smithereens. Mm-hmm. They were like, "Here, this is what you want," and threw it on the screen.
Yeah. Question mark? Yeah, it was unenjoyable for sure.
So the trooper that is left behind after the whole, because there's been a gang of troopers at this fucking Chewie house.
Yeah, and there's one left.
They hop out because it turns out little Lumpy, he's not so dumb. He makes a little signal
stupid as he fucking looks
with his new toy, and he's like, "Hey, get out of here!" They leave one guy behind, but he figures it out. So he's coming after Lumpy Heart.
Yeah,
and chases him outside. Where, lo and behold,
Daddy's home.
Daddy. Wait, I don't like that. So many times I say things and then they come out way wrong. So, the long-awaited reunion between
the family.
Because who shows up?
Chewie and Han. I like what a gentle Han Solo this is.
The greatest. Would you look at Lumpy?
I think his voice is changing, he said. Girl.
He's got a little smoky eye. Not as much as Luke.
Not as much as Hamill. Hug your bitch. She's more excited to see Han than she is.
She's in love with Han.
I mean, I get it.
Oh, absolutely. He's also into it. Fucking Itchy's there.
They're going to train on Han later.
Oh my god, I thought
We're going to make out. He just choked him. He's like, remember how it is. I appreciate Chewie likes a thick bitch.
Me too, girl.
She just keeps looking at him like, why would you love me? They don't... He's gonna smell her? She's like, just kiss me. He's like, I don't want to. You were so busted. He's like, let's watch my kid and your parents make out.
Hug. Let's hug it out.
That's what I want to do with my significant other after I haven't seen him in a long time. Everybody kneel, they won't see us. Lay on the floor face down. Pretend you're a rug.
Pretend you're a rug. The visual of all the Wookiees like fucking
On the floor.
sprawled out.
That's, yeah. That was my mindset. Like they're in a cabin.
If I don't see you, you don't see me. Amazing.
Chewie and Han get back to Kashyyyk. They get to the house. Stormtrooper falls off the porch.
Now, the passion between Wookiee wife and Wookiee husband
is non-existent.
My God, that was frigid.
It was indeed. I feel like Chewie knocked her up and was one of those situations where he's like, I gotta be a man, and a good man, and I gotta.
Well, he fell short because he's a deadbeat dad.
Here's the thing: if the marriage isn't gonna work, just separate.
Absolutely, but
it's
don't
better.
String her along as you're off adventuring, saving the fucking galaxy.
It's a different time.
Let her know.
Yeah,
like,
it's a different time.
We're not gonna work out.
It's gonna work out.
My kid. I'll send you money.
Yeah,
but we're not.
Did he even show any affection towards Lumpy? Did he even pat him on the head?
Him in a way that is.
Yeah, she's looking for a makeout, and he's like, "No, I'm not into it."
He's sniffing the top of her head and doesn't like it.
It's true. It's
no
true.
passion is being conveyed in this relationship.
Yeah, it was rough.
But you know what? Maybe we're not Wookiees.
We're not.
We don't know what it's like.
We don't know what it's like.
We shouldn't judge. To each his own.
I suppose.
You say potato, I say papa.
That's weird and wrong.
Excuse me? Oh my goodness, we're going to go to the next clip, and we're calling this one Cult of the Wookiees. Now that Chewbacca's there.
Now they can celebrate Life Day.
Han's peaced out. He's like, everybody have a great time. And these fucking Wookiees go and grab these golden orbs, come together at the front of the screen, and suddenly they're wearing red robes and they're walking the cosmos.
And do you know why they were wearing red robes?
No fucking clue.
Because they couldn't afford to do the rest of the Wookiee costumes, and the red robes were cheaper.
I love that. You know what? I liked their red robes.
I did too. I was a fan of it. I was like, okay, maybe it's a call I can get behind. I don't know. Maybe I'm bored that day. Who knows?
So they walk into a bright orb. Could have been a star. Could have been a fucking planet. We don't know what
black
the fuck's
holes. Who knows?
How they fucking can walk out there in the cosmos with no gear.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I don't fucking know. They show up at a place and who's there?
Leia.
A
Luke.
shitload of Wookiees in the whole crew.
Whole crew.
Han.
Luke, Leia. Han.
C-3PO.
R2. Not Vader. He wasn't invited.
No, not him. They look like a weird cult.
They're 100% a cult.
They're walking in the galaxy.
In the cosmos? Like,
it's dope if you can do
celebrating
it. Celebrating
life.
Fucking buy it, Life Day. I don't fucking buy it.
Me either. I don't buy that Chewie named his kid Lumpy.
Chewie's a deadbeat dad. The fuck? Luke's a...
Drug addict. There's no other way to say
Luke
it.
is... This movie's still going.
Yeah.
They walked in the cosmos to this place.
And now the robots
R2
are there?
and C-3PO are there. I guess Chewie invited them?
Are they gonna sacrifice them? There's this terrible moment, and I kind of want you to talk about it because you were so disgusted by it, where Leia sings. It's not that she has a bad voice. It's the tune to which she was singing. You want to talk about that, Doctor? No, you don't want to, but you got to.
You know, I'm a fan of Star Wars fully and completely. And this to me felt like such a slap in the face. How dare they put these horrible lyrics to this wonderful, magical piece of music that is perfect. You don't fuck with this. You don't do this. This is bad.
Because you caught on to it way before I did. I don't know that I necessarily would have. And you realized what song it was and that it was the Star Wars theme, and then you were irate.
So angry. Deeply, deeply insulted. But what happens is they sing this atrocious song. They're all happy.
After the sing, they have like the Wookies, just the four of them, like Chewie, Mala, Itchy, Lumpy. They sit down to like Thanksgiving dinner essentially, and that's what we are left with. And then we see the clips in the first movie.
Yeah, and they're basically saying,
remember why you liked this? Let's forget everything you just saw.
That just happened and remember this.
Yeah, you love this? Like, we're going to tantalize you. Yeah.
It was some up-close magic, like not David Copperfield, but like David Schmischerfield.
It was God Bluth magic.
It was absolutely God. Oh, God, that's brilliant. That's where we end our wonderful experience. But you know where that's going to take us?
To real talk.
Not quite, my friend. You know what we got to do first?
What?
Our live watch final thoughts.
Oh, snaps.
We mustn't forget those.
We mustn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a
I think
reason.
it's safe for me to turn this off now.
Absolutely. There's a reason why this is well known for being poor. I just didn't know how bad.
I didn't know. I had nary a clue.
What an interesting experience with all the love, but so much bad.
Just
we're gonna need to recap this for sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand most of it. I had a great time.
It was fun. It was a ton of fun.
I don't know that I don't want to see parts of this again. Would I ever sit down and watch it in its entirety? Oh boy. I need the right culmination of drugs.
Right. And I don't know what that is. It may kill you. I don't know that I want you to try that culmination of drugs.
Back.
Yeah. You're going to be talking like a Wookiee for the rest of your life.
I I can't do one. You got it. I feel like I'm having a seizure.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Oh man, I can't wait.
The perfume smells good.
You guys, we gotta stop this. This is nonsense. Push play? Is it press play?
Press play. We must be stopped.
Wow. We've lost complete grip of sanity.
100%. So, my last real fun fact about this movie was that Carrie Fisher was rumored to put this on when she had people over and she wanted them to leave. Which
Brilliant.
I find amazing.
I love
and I may
that.
try that trick myself.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes my
don't
friends stay a little late.
I actually have people that come over, but if I did, or when I do next year when I live with Snowy, and I'm like, boop, boop, boop.
You guys get out.
Good night.
Thank you. Get out.
That's going to be our cue. I need these people to go.
Bye.
Oh my God, you guys. I loved every moment of this experience.
Did you?
I did. Now, it was only because so much good Star Wars has come out since, in the last 10 years, that I can take this as an
Right.
acceptable fun. Look what happened in
Right.
the 70s.
Like, look what happened. Yeah.
Had not such good material happened since, it may have been too hard.
Yeah.
As a stain upon, which is how I guess Lucas looks upon it.
I think Lucas definitely sees it as a massive wine stain and a white comforter that he cannot get out. Maybe he should have seen Jar Jar Binks as that. But whatever. Like, it's neither here nor there. It was terrible in a really fun way.
Yes.
Like,
I
it
was
was
so conflicted because it's so bad, but I'm loving the shit out
like,
of it.
do I ever want to see it again? Absolutely not.
Parts? Yes. There are parts that I'm going to make my friends watch for the rest of my life.
That's fair. That's fair.
But you know what? I'm going to take the good and I'm going to leave the bad behind.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to take this.
Well, on that note, what you going to rate this thing, Doctor?
Oh boy, that's a tough fucking order, man, because I'm such a fan. You know what? I'm going to go with a 1.5.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to have to agree with you and go 1.5 because it's not Hercules in New York bad. It's not so good that I really recommend that you watch it.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't.
Do not recommend you to watch
And it's not a deplorable. It's not a standalone.
It isn't. You guys, for die-hard Star Wars fans, I think you guys need to, just because now in the brilliance of Mandalorian and what is to come, you guys, there's going to be a standalone Ahsoka series coming and an Obi-Wan series coming. Already in Mandalorian Season 1, they mentioned Life Day, and I didn't catch it until after we had watched this, and I made Snowy start The Mandalorian, that I fucking heard them say it, and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, you're excited.
Layers! I love that show so much, you guys, I can't take it. But what an experience. And honestly, Santa with Muscles was such a chore, and I, even
awful.
though this had its down moments, a wonderful second pick.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I am in the mood. I am in the spirit.
Yeah,
and what a great way to fucking ring in week fucking 2.
I love Christmas. Like, I am such an advocate. Like, I have not decorated yet simply because up until about today, My leg's been really messed up. My leg and my ankle.
You've had a janky ass leg,
I
buddy,
have, for a
and
couple
it's gotten
weeks.
worse.
I'm not going to go as all out as I typically do just because I can't lug everything up the stairs.
And I'm not going to help her, because what kind of friend would do that? That's weird. So, real sorry for you that your Christmas season's going to be a real bummer.
It's going to be Thanksgiving until the new year. But
Can't wait till these new decorations come in, though. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's still going to be festive. It's still going to be more than probably a lot of people do, to be honest.
Listen,
way
I
more than you do.
I literally don't even have a wreath. I'm as close
I can
as
make
you
you
can
one.
to being a Grinch as possible. I'm bah humbug. I love it deep inside, but I can't let it show, so I'm just going to give
Look, Scrooge. So, at 1.5, me, 1.5 you.
Oh, well, that means that
That means-
let me write that down.
That means
here.
the average is
That's,
1.5.
1.5 for me, 1.5 for you, so the average is 4.5?
1.5.
I don't think that's right, but I'll write it down because I'm a kind friend.
I promise you it's correct.
And I want to
And-
make sure your feelings don't get hurt, because how embarrassing. you know?
Math, folks. So what does that mean? It's time for elf hat picks.
Oh my God, you guys. Elf hat picks. Now, let us talk first about what is left over.
So we've got Surviving Christmas.
Do we remember what that's about?
That's that Ben Affleck, what's his face, Tony Soprano.
Oh, yes.
Movie.
You know, I don't know that I've seen that one.
No, and
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and I accidentally came upon a review of it the other day, and I was like, bah! But I hear it's funny, so I'm excited if we pick that. Ginger Dead Man.
Ooh, yes. Now, we have some very close friends that recently watched Ginger Dead Man 3.
And told us
had
to put that-
many accolades for the
Yes,
series.
they were super excited about it.
Yes.
Elves, 1989.
Is that
That's the one that's like elves. Something about Nazis.
Nazis? That's right. I'm into it.
And then A Christmas Horror Story, which...
Your fave.
Yes.
Yes. Here we go. So, give it a good shake.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Here we go.
Christmas Horror Story!
This is your fucking number one!
Yes!
Oh
yes!
my
yes!
God.
William Shatner's in this.
Here, the Shat Shat?
Yeah. The Shat, if you will. He's in this. I'm super excited. I watched this ever since it's come out, but I haven't seen it in a year. I haven't seen it since last Christmas.
I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. Your enthusiasm alone makes me enthusiastic.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, you guys, what a fucking experience.
Indeed it was.
I loved it. But you know what I would love more?
What?
To hear from you guys.
Speaking of hearing from our fans,
Send us, what do you mean?
I've got something to read.
What?
I've got a little something something.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pray tell, Snowell.
Pray
I'm a wordsmith. I should write many books.
You should. A poet, and you know it. So
Sure.
this is from an email we got from a listener. Hey, this is Mark. Long-time listener, first-time emailer. I've been enjoying the show and the energy you bring. I know you focus on bad movies, but was curious what your favorite legitimate movies are. Also, where are your nicknames from? Mark, a.k.a. OG.
Holy shit. Snowy. That's my fucking brother-in-law, Mark O.G. What a wonderful human fucking being. I love that guy. Can you rephrase the question?
So pretty much, what movies do we honestly
We
love?
focus on bad, but what
And
are
then where do
some greats?
our nicknames come from?
Oh, well, let's start there.
Okay. Yes?
You've had this one for a minute.
I've had Snowell forever. So when I was a little girl, a next door neighbor, I think he started calling me Snowell. And then through the years, I feel like high school it wasn't a thing, but then I got to college, and then it was Snowell, it was Snowy. Every group of friends I feel like I've had since then has had some variation
Somehow
of that.
incorporated it in.
Yeah, and it's not because I do mountains and mountains of cocaine, just to be clear. That's
you know,
not...
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Brother-in-law Margaroni here.
Does he think that?
I call him cuñado because that's the word for brother-in-law in Spanish. Lovely, lovely cuñado. You would never think in a million years he would even know what the word cocaine meant.
Like Lee, El Cuñado.
He's just such a sweet and down to earth and just humble. He's an actuary. And when he friggin' sent me a text talking about every time I hear the word snowy, I think of this. And it was a hilarious reference to cocaine. I was like, my God, I love you so much more. But Snowy, let us clarify that that is not the case.
Yeah.
Not that I would judge if it was.
I know you wouldn't.
I would myself had a few
rendezvous
in my youth. not today.
Mm-hmm.
my ticker couldn't handle it.
No, I dropped dead.
Beep beep boop. Let's talk about mine.
Let's talk about your nickname.
The Doctor.
The Doctor.
Well, you know what's hilarious is recently, after releasing this podcast, I used to think for the longest time that Bill Stern Kelly gave me that nickname based on a marijuana joke. I know that doesn't make sense to
weird.
You guys.
It's super weird and uncharacteristic, folks.
How could someone such as myself... But it turns out that they recently were talking to me about it, and that wasn't the case. It's a wordplay, because my name's Drea.
Right.
And so Dr. E.A.
Yeah.
is where it came from.
That's what I always thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no idea. I thought it was a completely different thing. They were like, about that, though.
Like, oh, cool. So favorite movies. Favorite legit movies. Like, what are
Jurassic Park would come to mind.
Oh my
for
God,
me.
Jurassic Park's so good.
Absolutely. Star Wars is Lord of the Rings. The first three absolutely top of the line for me.
Another binge we have to do.
Yeah, for me.
I like to binge that once a year.
I'm a big animated fan, so anything in the Pixar realm, Up, Finding Nemo, Wall-E.
I've only seen Up one time, and I wept so much. That and what's the with the little boy that it's like the Day of the Dead, and then
Coco.
Oh my God, I ugly cried during that movie.
And that was such a beautiful. That culture is so rich, and it was just such a delight and so wonderfully portrayed. Beautiful songs and just fucking hats off. And let's do way more of that for all the fucking cultures.
Right.
And let's represent and see what beauty is out there that we don't know about. We don't know what the fuck this means or why they do it, but there's a fucking reason. And fuck yeah, let's celebrate that. Like, what the fuck's the point if we can't do that? Just went on a tangent. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize. As far as some of my absolute favorites, I'm a big Wes Anderson fan. Moonrise Kingdom is probably my favorite of his films. And then Usual Suspects, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Well done.
Fifth Element.
What a
Fifth
fun
Element's
ride.
such a good movie.
Absolutely.
Labyrinth.
Sure.
Willow.
Sure. Willow's a fantastic
Great
fucking
movie.
fantasy film.
Great
book. Even better. I know people say that, but it's true.
My favorite rom-com, which I'm not a rom-com gal. That's not something
Not
that
your
I
go-to.
do. I don't like it. My ex was super into rom-coms. I'm like, that's gross. Shut up.
Your ex was into rom-coms?
Yeah, which knowing her,
that shocks the
Right.
fucking shit out of me.
Yeah, she loved them. But my all-time favorite is Return to Me with Minnie Driver and David Duchovny. So sweet and so... Oh my God, I love the movie so much. My dad and I like to watch Love Actually every year at Christmas.
That shocked the fuck out of me.
So yes, Mark, thank you so much for those questions. I think we've
Absolutely
hopefully answered a little
God.
bit.
If we didn't,
Sorry, bro.
we will try next time. But please write us some more. We'd love to hear from you. Where
Real Fun
can they
Times
reach us?
Podcast at gmail.com.
Boom, boom.
Facebook, Instagram, We love it.
Like us, share us, tag us.
Give us those 5-star ratings.
What an adventure.
On that note,
I am delighted. Thank you for joining us, and
thank you so much for listening this week, guys. We will see you next week.
thank you for listening to Real Fun Times, your favorite movie podcast.
Make sure to follow us online on Facebook at Real Fun Times Podcast, where you can also review us, or follow us online on Instagram at Real Fun Times, ReelFunTimes. The thoughts and opinions expressed herein are solely those of the individual hosts, nobody else's. No one's.
Real Fun Times is not affiliated with or connected to any of the motion pictures, music, or other clips played within this podcast. All movie clips and music included in this podcast are the intellectual property of the respective copyright holders. They are included here for review purposes, and absolutely no infringement is intended.